Good morning and happy August 9th. I was wondering if we could get a little personal today and allow me to tell you about my personal life hero. This is my sister. She was born in 1979 into communist Russia, where disabled children were not allowed. And she was born with the umbilical cord wrapped around her throat long enough to cause brain damage. The doctors told my mom, "We can get rid of that for you," about my sister. My mom said, "Thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna take my baby home now." And they said, "Okay, fine, but she's not gonna make it through the night." And my mom said, "Just you watch." Well, she made it through the night. And the doctor said, "Okay, fine, but she's never gonna crawl or sit." And she did that too. And they said, "Well, she's never gonna eat or do anything productive." And she did. And when I was born, she couldn't wait for me to grow up so we could just be best friends already. They said she would never walk, but she did. And she ran and she jumped and she danced. She loved to dance. She would push wheelchairs for her friends who couldn't walk. They said she would never talk, but she learned Russian when we lived there, and English when we moved here. And she even learned sign language so she could talk to her nonverbal friends. Anything they claimed she would never do, she would always prove them wrong, and then some. She fought for her life every single day of her life. But no matter what challenge she was facing at the moment, she would always say, "I'm fine. How are you?" She was always more concerned with everyone else's well-being. And when my kids were born, they were obsessed with her. They could always feel her wonderfully loving energy. No matter what she was going through, you never saw her without a smile on her face. My sister battled pneumonia 4 times in the last 5 years of her life. She would fight so hard just to come home, just to live one more day. And she always won the battle, even though she became a little weaker every time. She started losing her hearing, but she would smile and laugh at jokes she couldn't hear, just so we wouldn't worry about her. She started losing her eyesight, but she would compliment how we looked each day, even though she couldn't see us, just so we wouldn't worry. She went from walking and dancing to needing a walker and then a wheelchair. But she always smiled and she always thanked us. She always thanked the doctors too. One time, after being intubated for too long, the doctor said that it was time to extubate her because it was becoming too dangerous to keep her on the tubes. And everyone gathered around in the room, tons of doctors, because they didn't expect her to make it through. And as they pulled the tube out, she took her first breath in a very long time. And with her very first air she could gather, she said, "Thank you." She thanked them. They didn't believe in her. They thought she wasn't going to make it. In fact, they were ready to just unplug her and let her go. And she thanked them. And you can see that spirit here. She's about to blow out her birthday candle, but right before she does, she looks at the waitress and thanks her. This was the last birthday we got to celebrate with her. And we never would have guessed. On Mother's Day 2021, our world came crashing down. The doctors took us all out of the room to let us know that she had to be intubated permanently, and she would never be able to breathe on her own again. When we came back into the room, she knew. She asked, "I'm not gonna survive." She knew before we knew, but she spent that whole day making the nurses laugh, reminiscing about her childhood with my mom, tickling me, calling her friends to check up on all of them, and FaceTiming my kids, and laughing and smiling with them. And then she told me, "I'm feeling better now. I'm ready to go home." But it wasn't the home I thought she meant. She was my big sister, but she was my little sister. And she faced battles unimaginable to the rest of us. but she fought to live every single day of her life, and always with a smile and a thank you and I'm fine. How are you? So when we look back on a girl who fought so hard to live a life that was so hard, what do we have to complain about? Instead, why don't we think about all the things that we have to be thankful for? Because there's so much to be thankful for. The year she passed away, I got baptized on what would have been her birthday. And on the next year, on what would have been her birthday, I met who would become my husband. And on the very next year, we got married on her birthday. My sister and my husband, who never actually got to meet, but who are my heroes and who bless me and inspire me every single day. So happy August 9th. It's a really big day in our family, and I couldn't be more grateful.